honestly, I've been trying to like make and upload videos for this channel for probably like weeks and weeks and weeks now. And it just never really happened. And then I forgot about this meme thing existing, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And Iliad here is still in their Halloween costume anyways, so might as well. If you want, if you're wondering, they're dressed up as a squid kid from Splatoon. That newfangled Nintendo game. Nintendo! Ah, Nintendo! Oh gosh. And it's almost impossible to get good lighting to film me. Anyways, so let's get good. Get good. Halloween meme. It's mid-November, but I don't care because Halloween's the best. Anyways, so first question was werewolf being, how has the hobby changed you? I have done a lot of things prior to getting my first doll, whom was you, back in, I don't know, June or July or something like that. And like I've done a lot of things since that, but nothing relating to the BJD hobby itself has, okay, you can put your arm down now, has changed me, I don't think. Really quick, really short. I don't think. Yeah. Also, I have the questions on my phone over here, so schmurp. Schmurp. I hope I'm not talking too low. Let's do the things. Vampire, the dreaded sun. How do you feel about and cope with yellowing, or more generally, the aging of these dolls? I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, like, if you have, like, white skin, like the paper white skin dolls, and, like, you want to keep them that, sure, put them in a closet or something. But for the most part, like, I usually have my dolls with me. Not like every day when like I go out or anything, but like I usually have them with me when I'm at home, and like I don't have a dedicated space for my dolls or anything, mostly because my room, my bedroom itself is a complete disaster zone currently, and I haven't even been able to get in there. So I haven't even been sleeping in there. And like I want to have like a nice cabinet to put them all in. I already have designed like the dioramas that I'm gonna build and everything. But otherwise I tend to like just leave, well, I leave Iliad out all the time. Iliad like sits with me on the couch and whatever. Like, we got windows over there and over there. I have 2 lights on, but, like, whatever. I'll, like, leave them in my kitchen sitting, like, towards the back window thing. Not that, like, I'm trying to yellow them or anything. This doll, I think, was a white skin that yellowed, because I'm the second owner of this. I got this body, Doll Chateau Bella. I got this secondhand off of eBay. And it was already like this color when I got the doll, and like I didn't mind or anything. I didn't know what skin it was in anyways, because the person who made the listing didn't include that information, so I got it and I was like, yeah, you're nice. Yeah. Anyways, I'll just I guess the takeaway message from that is I don't care. Next question. Frankenstein's monster. Have you ever modded a doll? Tell us about it. No. I've never modded a doll. I've only, as I said, this doll I got back in either June or July must have been June, of 2015. And I haven't like gotten to the round of being able to do any mods. Not that there's like specifically any mods that I want to do. Well, there are actually. For one, I would like to like shave off this doll's chest because well, you don't need it. Whatever. And stuff like that. The other one that I would like to do, or not necessarily I wanted to do because I'm terrified, but that brings us to the second part of the question, which is if you could magically try any mod without fear of failure, what would you like to try? And I was like, well, I also have a Doll Chateau Irma, yeah, that's it. Not the Agatha. I have the Doll Chateau Irma, which is, well, I just call them Spoopy Horse. It's one of the Tor bodies, but it's the one that looks sort of like decrepit and has like thorns coming out of it and stuff. And I really, really like that body. But the legs are all single jointed, which isn't like objectively an issue. But it makes trying to get the doll to stand and like holding specific poses really, really difficult. Also, like Doll Chateau's resin is usually really smooth, so that also gives like not very great traction. So like I thought about slating that doll, and I was like, okay, I want to slate it. But then I was wondering like, should I just make it double jointed, like mod it into having double joints? Yeah. So if that was the one magical thing I could do, I'd want it to make that thing. Let's see. Zombie, have you ever caught the marketplace virus? Name some unplanned purchases that jump out and infected you. No, I've never bought anything off the marketplace. I'm assuming this is the Den of Angels marketplace. I've never bought anything off of there, ever. Gee Liz, where are you going? Yeah, I've never bought anything off of Den of Angels. I'm not a particular fan of Den of Angels in general. Yeah. So I've never bought anything off of it. Meh. I don't actually end up buying a lot of stuff for my dolls anyways, or like buying dolls in general, because like I have specific ideas of like my stories, and these are the characters in the stories, and this is what they look like, and so like I tend to have an idea of what they look like before I even go looking for dolls. So, and I also don't look at doll stuff very often in general. So, skeleton, what's your favorite body sculpt? Forget heads. I really like looking at doll bodies because they're really expressive, as much as like they're really expressive and beautiful, just as much as like a face can be. And I've actually been looking at a lot of bodies recently because I'm wanting to shell the main character of my story, or one of the stories I'm working on, and it's been really difficult because I had like a specific idea in mind, and like I have sort of compromised in like the stuff that I've been looking at, because it's very difficult to find like an adult body that looks mediocre, because a lot of dolls are like made to look like beautiful or whatever. And I was like, no, I just want a really mediocre looking doll, and that's been really hard to find. Especially since that's gonna be my first doll that's gonna have not, like, because I have a couple dolls that all like match. So like this is a full Doll Chateau Bella. I have a full Doll Chateau Irma, and like I haven't like swapped anything out on them or anything. But this is gonna be my first doll where like it's gonna have a head from one place and a body from another place, and like I want the resin to match because I need to dye the body and like stuff like that. Yeah. But oh gosh, I don't know if I can name like a specific favorite body sculpt. This video is getting really long, but I guess I like Doll Chateau bodies. And I was like, oh, Granado makes interesting bodies, none of which that like I necessarily want, but they look nice. So there we go. Which name some dolls that are magical. Seeing them on your dashboard inspires you. Can be general sculpts or specific dolls owned by talented friends. Like I mentioned before, I don't usually like go looking for dolls very often. And so like I mean like specifically like on my Tumblr dashboard, like I follow up like maybe 2 blogs that post BJD stuff once in a while. And I tend to think like pretty much any doll is nice. I don't really get inspiration from them because I'm set in my ways of like the way that my story's supposed to run, the way that the characters are supposed to be. So like I don't really get inspiration from those. But I mean, I'll look at them and be like, gosh, that's pretty, or something like that. I guess. Yeah. Uh, Ghost. Name the one that got away. Do you have any limited or rare dolls haunt you to this day? No. I don't really like a lot of limited stuff because I know like a lot of companies do like limited full sets and stuff like that. I'm like, that stuff doesn't interest me because I just want my dolls for my story. I mean, there is a limited doll. I think it's gonna be limited. That was announced. Volks. Oh gosh. Blackjack doll. And it was really funny because when I first heard about the announcement, I was initially really excited because I really, really, really like Blackjack. Like, oh my gosh. And then I saw the doll and I was like, oh, that doesn't look like Blackjack. Bye. I was sort of disappointed. But yeah. I don't think that there's been any dolls that I'm just like, oh man, I wish I got this doll when the event was happening, because like none of those dolls really speak to me. Like I don't like buying dolls that I don't have a purpose for. Yeah. Freddy Krueger, what is your worst doll nightmare? Has it happened or not? I think my worst doll nightmare would probably be any of my dolls getting stolen. Because like I really like all the dolls I have, even the ones that like are just heads or are like ones that I haven't necessarily bonded with. Like I still like the dolls and like I wouldn't want them to get stolen. It hasn't happened. None of my dolls have ever been stolen. And I'm just sort of lax about like how I bring about my dolls. Like I'll walk around with them and whatever. Like, I'll bring them places. Not everywhere, of course, but I'll bring them places and stuff like that. But I wouldn't ever want them to get stolen. Like people are like, oh, I don't want my doll to break and stuff. This doll actually had a tumble and broke 2 fingers off. And when it happened, like I tend to be sort of like really emotionally charged, and so like usually when something like that would happen, I would just sit and cry. But it happened, and I just sort of looked at that and I was like, oh, that sucks. And I wasn't really upset or anything, mostly because, well, one, it looks like you're constantly going rock on, friend. And the other reason was I didn't actually like these hands to begin with. They're not bad hands, of course, but like they're not great hands either. And I wanted to switch them out for probably jointed hands. Like I like the Doll Chateau, or is it Doll Zone? No, I think they're Doll Chateau hands, the ones that like only move at the knuckle. But I really like jointed hands in general, so I was thinking about getting jointed hands for this doll, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Next one. Let's see. Oh, Jason Voorhees. If you were going to make Halloween costumes for your doll, or if you plan to, what Halloween costumes would you make? Well, this one's already in a Halloween costume. I didn't make any of my other dolls Halloween costume, but if I did, they would all be Squid Kids. All of them. Then I would have an entire team of Squid Kids, and I'd give them all different weapons. This one, Iliad here, your Halloween costume, you had a weapon. Actually, let me go grab that really quickly. Okay. Paint roller. Oh, wait, let the light adjust. There we go. The paint roller is my favorite weapon in Splatoon, and so you got this. Iliad got the paint roller. But I would also probably make like candy. I would also probably make like the splat guns or the bucket and stuff like that, and give that to the other dolls. I think that would be really cute for them to all have that. But yeah, I made this costume pretty much like the night before the Halloween doll meet that I went to, which was my first ever doll meet. I made this little shirt that has like squid language writing on it, and I made this wig and hat and these shorts. I was very proud of these shorts. They're made of Lycra. And so like they're actual Lycra, proper Lycra, like bike shorts. Adjust the lighting. There we go. And then they have the stretch. They have the stripe on the side, and that does stretch. It's actually just nail polish. Because I didn't want to have to like sew in a piece that wasn't going to be like out of stretch material, so I just painted that on. But anyways, you can put your arms down again. That was your Halloween costume, and that's what everyone else would have probably worn as well. For next Halloween, I have no idea. Probably not going to actually dress up as anything. And if anything, maybe like a bedsheet ghost or something, because like I don't have time for this. Next question. Chucky, possessed doll. Have you ever been scared of dolls or a certain doll? Be honest. Well, I've never been scared of dolls in general. I used to really like dolls when I was a kid. I found them really interesting. And my mom's friend used to collect. She had a humongous Barbie collection. It was gigantic, and like she used to give me dolls when I was younger. And so like I liked dolls, and I had different kinds of dolls. Like I had mostly fashion dolls like Barbie and I don't know, not Bratz. I never had Bratz dolls. I never liked those ones, but like Barbies, and like I had like My Scene dolls and stuff like that. However, and like baby dolls and stuff like that. Well, not baby dolls. It was like I had this like special edition baby doll from whatever, 12 little babies on the bed or something, and I still have that doll to this day. It's in my closet. But there was one doll that scared me when I was a kid, and it still scares me actually, to be completely honest. And I still have this doll. So there's a story that goes along with this. This video is very long, but I want to tell this story. So when I was younger, we used to have to go down to the hospital a lot because both of my older siblings were really, really sick all the time. Well, they had a chronic illness, so yeah. And so on days where I was like a little kid and I was allowed to skip school to go down to the hospital with them because they had to go do their checkup and stuff, of course I wasn't allowed to go to like the testing area and stuff like that. So instead they dropped me off in the like playroom. And like this was a kids hospital, a sick kids hospital, and so they had like this playroom that was like essentially for siblings of kids who were in the hospital, and like you drop off their non-sick siblings in there, and like they would just have like activities and stuff to do while their siblings were getting tested. Anyways, so at the end of the day, when you would leave the like playroom, I guess, you'd get a prize. Usually it was like a sticker book and like a sheet of stickers or like pencil crayons or something like that. But one day they had a whole pack of dolls. They had like this huge like mountain of like these porcelain dolls. They also had like stickers and like other stuff to offer as well. But I was like, oh, no. That thing's big. I need that one. And all the dolls were the same sculpt. I don't really know anything about them. I'm looking at it right now because it's staring at me. And it's really scary. But anyways, I looked at the doll and I was like, wow, I like this doll. And I brought it home and I put it on top of my shelf in my room and I left it there. And see, this doll, it has a very particular face, and I'm pretty sure it is like a little baby doll that's like yawning because it's tired, but it ends up just looking like it's screaming, like it's constantly screaming. And so I put this doll on the top of the cabinet that was like in front of my bed. And so like I'd go to sleep and then I'd wake up at night and I'd look up and I'd see this doll screaming at me. And I left it up there probably for about a week or two before I decided, no, I don't like that. So I put it in my closet and I didn't touch it for years, I don't think. And I recently brought this doll downstairs. Pardon me. I recently brought the doll downstairs because I wanted to show her off, and I can show her to you right now because I find her scary. Hello, my terrifying friend. So I don't actually know anything about this doll, and like I've taken it out of here, out of its box, so like it's not like in the best condition because I don't know when I got it. How old I was, rather. But anyways, it says fantasy collection on here. But yeah, it's a lovely porcelain doll. It still has some bubble wrap on it because I didn't actually want to take the bubble wrap off of all of it. But yeah, this doll. This is that doll. Oh, your eyelash is coming off. I didn't play with this doll at all. But I have taken it out of its box a couple times. And yeah, it's just a little bit terrifying. You are zapping all the light out of this. But yeah, this doll used to scare me. I mean, it still scares me, but not as much as it used to. Anyways, that was the last question of this Ask Halloween prompt thing, and I'm gonna get my non-spooky doll back here. But I guess that's subjective. Yeah, and I hope I can post more videos soon. But yeah. Bye-bye.